What's going on, all you Minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 essential reads, must-reads, or must-buys for the month of August of 2022 in the world of graphic novels. So, let's get started. Welcome back, everybody. Before getting started, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. All that helps with our YouTube algorithm and our channel keep growing. And the YouTube algorithm is whack right now, so every little bit helps. So this is the segment where I talk about my top 10 must-reads, must-buys. I suggested reading to some people to check out. A lot of these books I've read, some of them I've never read, and I want to check it out, so I put them on my top 10. It's a hypothetical question. It's like, hey, what if I only had 10 books to choose this month? These would be the ones. And it was hard this month, let me tell you. There were a lot of great books coming out this month. Some of the ones that I've suggested in the past are coming out this month, so those still stand true. But let's go ahead and get started with the week of August 3rd. We have The End, hardcover, revised and expanded. This is by Anders Nielsen. And it's one that I remember seeing last year that it was coming out, releasing from Fantagraphics, $24.99, and it is a hardcover. And it is pretty much the assembled work done in a sketchbook over the course of the year following the death of his fiancée in 2005. It's a collection of short strips about loss, paralysis, and waiting and transformation. And the physical manifestation of grief, it seems like a really deep dive, and I can't wait for it. Sometimes, you need stories like that. Absolutely. Of course, I'm recommending Conan the King, the original Marvel years. Are you kidding me? The first 19 issues, Roy Thomas teaming up with Big John Buscema, those were some of my favorite stories of Conan. They're the ones that got me hooked, and I've been reading this stuff for the last month now. Oh my gosh. It's so good, and it makes me sad that this might be the only omnibus that we get from Marvel as far as King Conan. But it has the first 19 issues. We would need at least 3. Not only do you have Roy Thomas in here, but you also have Doug Mensch and Alan Zelenetz. But as far as artwork, you have Mark Silvestri drawing some of the issues in there. And hell yes, I'm recommending it. And that Carrie Andrews cover, I know people are purists and love their traditional direct market cover, but that Carrie Andrews standard edition cover is badass. The Animal Man Omnibus Edition 2022, and Grant Morrison. This is his entire run of Animal Man. Actually, I did my most wanted continuing DC Omnis last week, I think, and Animal Man Volume 2 was in there. I love this stuff. This is the stuff that made me think, oh, this is more than comics. Comics can be greater than I thought. I thought it was just about superheroes. What they were doing on Animal Man is just freaking amazing, and absolutely, if you've not read it, check it out. It's been out of print for a couple of years, so well worth your time to check out this wonderful series by Grant Morrison. Black Sad, They All Fall Down, Part 1 by Juan Diaz Canales and Juanjo Guarnido. Spanish creators, published in French. Thank you so much to my wonderful viewers that have corrected me. I thought it was a Spanish book. These guys knock it out of the park. Dark Horse released a total of 2 books, but they're really 5 books because the first 4 were originally released in smaller size books, and Dark Horse has released 2 of them. That's all you need to catch up. It's Black Sad, and then they released Amarillo. Holy crap, this stuff is amazing. Anthropomorphic animals with crime noir stories. I cannot wait to get my hands on this. And They All Fall Down, Part 1. I've been waiting years for this. I found out that it was coming out last year, so I could not wait for the translation. And it is finally coming out this month. On August 30th, we seem to have a lot of suggestions, but Batman No Man's Land Omnibus Volume 2. $150. This book has 1,080 pages, collecting Legends of the Dark Knight 122 to 126, Azrael, Agent of the Bat 58 through 61, Batman 569 to 574, Batman Shadow of the Bat 89 to 94, Detective Comics 736 to 741, Catwoman 75 to 77, Robin 68 to 73, Batman Chronicles 18, Nightwing 38 through 39, Batman No Man's Land 0, and Secret Files number 1. Hell yes, I absolutely am recommending this. I love Batman freaking No Man's Land. I thought it was a great just event, and it seemed to have lasted well over a year. And how could I not recommend Fables 20th Anniversary box set? If you've never read it, it's a wonderful take on the fairy tale world. This is written by Bill Willingham, drawn by Mark Buckingham, and it is about, what if the fairies lived in our world and there was this huge battle that in their world, they all got kicked out. There's so many twists and turns, there's so many moments that you'll cry your heart out and think, that's not fair, why would they do that? All of it is collected in here. There is a new series, and there's also a Big B and Batman miniseries. That's not going to be collected in here. It is in trade paperback format. It's the big compendium books, and there's 4 of them all in there in this nice slip case. But I have to recommend it. How could I not recommend it? Hell yes. 3 years in the making. Kurosagi Corpse Delivery Service, Book 5, and they are reprinting the first 4 volumes. This is by Eiji Otsuka, Josue Yamazaki, and Bunpei Yorifuji. And Dark Horse finally bringing it out and collecting pretty much, this is I think volumes 13 and 14 if I'm not mistaken. And Dark Horse never published volume 15, so it is for the first time being collected here. 5 students, Buddhist college in Japan, and they find a little call for their job skills. Their unique talents allow them to work with the dead, carrying out the last wishes of those spirits who are still trapped in their corpses, and they can't move on to the next life. I've talked about this being some of my favorite manga, and I cannot wait for this to continue. I have the first 4 Omnis. They're looking at them right now, and I cannot wait to add this on the shelf. And if you've never read it, do yourself a favor, check out the first one when it comes out. It is a softcover omnibus, and they're tankobon size, so they're small scale books, but completely worth it, especially for as many pages as you're getting for that price. $24.99, 648 pages. From the world of manga, of course, 7 Seas Entertainment is bringing Spriggan. How could I not recommend this? This was one of my favorite manga that Viz released many years ago. I mean, in the late 90s. It was called Striker then. I think there were only 3 of them that were released. I own all the ones that were translated. Then there was like a Spriggan movie. That's what it was known as in Japan. In 1998, I remember importing that one in pure Japanese on VHS. I had no idea what was going on. That was the Lost Ark story arc. But now we have the Netflix original series, so finally somebody's bringing this over. And I hope that they continue to bring over all these classic manga series to America, because we missed out on quite a lot. And I see like the Return of Fist of the North Star, that gives me hope. So things like this give me hope that they continue doing that. $29.99. It is a deluxe edition from 7C, so I assume that this is going to be in hardcover format. Yes, espionage, militant stuff. Love it, man. I love that stuff. Speaking of military, The Lion and the Eagle. Are you kidding me? After interviewing Garth Ennis, people kept talking about this book. It's about India and England, and this particular story in 1944 during Imperial Japan, where they still have control over most of Asia. And it's up to these particular characters to go in there, and I think they're veterans, but I know very little about it just from interviewing him. I know that he really enjoyed writing this particular series. And if you know anything about Garth Ennis, he freaking does his homework. I mean, he is a walking encyclopedia when it comes to, gun and warfare, as well as weapons, but he was talking about how he had to do research for this particular series. So absolutely excited for this. PJ Holden doing the artwork, and then the cover art is by Keith Burns. And to wrap up my suggestions for the month of August, Joe Golem, Occult Detective Omnibus, absolutely. Mike Mignola, Christopher Golden, Peter Bergenting, and Patrick Reynolds and Michelle Madsen all team up to bring the first 4 volumes of Joe Golem, Occult Detective, to this omnibus hardcover format. It's something that I've only read, I think, the first few issues of Volume 1. I never got around to reading it. So it's an alternate version of Manhattan. And it's this crime noir story. That's all I remember from it. But it's about the character of Joe Golem, who's an occult detective. And you also have art or colors in there by Dave Stewart. So absolutely 100% recommending it. Not just for me, but of course for you all. Let's see. Saga that combines hard-boiled detective with emotional drama and lots of magic and mystery. Mike Mignola, Say No More, Hellboy. So, if you're interested in purchasing any of these books when they come out, check out our sponsors.
If you live in Europe and are interested in buying and pre-ordering Omnis, then you should definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC books within the EU, flat shipping rates of €11.90 for all EU countries, great customer service with sturdy packaging and emails answered within 24 hours. They also offer a superb selection of new titles and out-of-print books. Just head over to waltscomicshop.com for more great deals and rare titles. For a limited time, you can use the code NEARMINTCONDITION, all one word, at checkout and get a €10 voucher for your first order over €40. Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for Omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting!
CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was my top 10 list. Let me know in the comments down below what you would have suggested, what you're going to check out from this list, what you've read from the list that you're like, Omar, you're going to love the hell out of Joe Golem or the Lion and the Eagle. This was the Uncanny Omar. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, check out our Patreon and Spreadshop. Amazing ways to support the channel if you can do so. Everyone stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.